What's up, YouTube? I'm at it again, man. I'm heading home again. And I'll talk about buying a new truck. Or not a new truck, but a used truck. Everybody knows there's a lot of damn lemons out there. But, shit, with a little bit of knowledge, man, I mean, you can go buy a used truck. I don't give a damn if it's got 300,000 miles or 1.5 million miles. With a little bit of knowledge to know what you're looking for is going to lessen your chances of getting a truck. It's going to be a money pit. And as all my videos, it's my point of view, my take, don't mean shit. You know, got to go at your own discretion, do your own due diligence. But a couple things looking at and getting buying a used truck. I'm gonna cover a topic that me and some guys was having a chat on a while back about a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 truck. I seen a good deal on I think it was a 98 model Kenworth T600. Had an N14 in it, my bad. N14 in it. Dude had a virgin rubber on it with about, I think he said 6 months on it, so maybe 50,000, 60,000 miles on it. He said the truck ran good, hence said, but he was just looking to get rid of it with the old cliche saying, I just want to get it out of the yard, it's taking up space. You know, it's kind of funny and cute at the same time, because that's what everybody says when they want to sell some shit. But given that circumstance, if a 98 truck will start and brakes will engage and you can actually drive it down the road, it's worth $6,000, $7,000 all day long. The core on that engine is at least half that, even if it didn't run. Not including the good rubber. I can't remember the measurements on the tires, but he had the measurements on the tires, and I'm thinking they was like 22, 23, 20, 30 seconds. I mean, damn good rubber. I mean, that's $2,000 or $3,000 right there. So I'd have bought that damn truck without even looking at it. With that being said, you put $7,000 in it, you buy a $7,000 truck, and say you can limp that thing around and say it's DOT compliant, and you can limp that son of a bitch around for 2 months. Just 2 months. Even if you got to put a gallon of oil in it a day, within 2 months, you can restore virtually everything that's going to make that thing tick. So, that in a nutshell. I like working on shit, so I'd have bought it. I didn't have the opportunity to go get it, so somebody else jumped on it within like 6 hours on a plane the next day to go get it. Because people that know that's a damn deal. But anyway, let's get on to the topic, buying a truck. I'm looking to buy another truck, and man, I'm really conflicted with myself. I don't know if I want a hood or I want to get another 660, a late model. I found some good deals on some 13 models with the Cummins in it. 10 speeds, you know. I'd like to have a 13 speed, but I ain't going to run from a 10 speed. I got a 10 speed right here, and I ain't had a lick of problems out of it. Get damn good fuel economy. It's a good pulling truck. So not 10 speed versus 13 speed. That's a want versus a need, I guess you could say. I just want a 13 speed so I can cruise down the road at a lower RPM, see if I can get better than what I get in this truck. But I would go with another 10 speed. First thing I'm gonna look at when I look at a truck is I'm gonna look at the tires. Now I know a lot of these trucking companies like Aero Truck Sales, about the only one I ever stopped and look at. They all love to put virgins on them. They all are virgin recaps, and they like to brag about it. It's got 8 new virgins. Of course they want to do that. They don't want you to see the tire wear, which ain't no big deal, because all you gotta do is just find you an alignment shop. And me personally, I won't use nobody but MD Alignment. Go to mdalignment.com, and you can click on what state you're in and find you a shop. Personal preference, I'd get to Kansas City and go see Chad. Dude's been doing it like 22 years, I think. And here's the reason why I would go see Chad. Before I knew about MD alignment, I done like everybody else. I stopped in the damn TAs. Hey, I need an alignment. And upon talking to the guy, I give you the short, the skinny. Dude was like, yeah, my name's Michael. Really? Hey man, I'm Sammy. How long you been here? You know, just a small talk. I've been here 6 months. Been doing these alignments for 2 months. I just got trained. I was like, cool, how you like it? That's pretty cool. Long story short, I left. Truck's still out of fucking alignment. And then I done some research and run across Mike Beckett and MD alignment, and I realized something. Would you want to go in and talk to somebody and say, hey, my name's so-and-so, I've been doing alignments for a couple of months, I just got trained? Or do you want to go see somebody that says, hey, my name's Chad, I've been doing this shit for over 20 years? There's your answer. It's about $100 more, but you get what you pay for, dude. You get what you pay for. MD alignment for an alignment shop. But back to the story. I'm going to look at the tire wear. Based on the tire wear, I'm going to see how the truck drives. And if you don't know that, you need to up your knowledge on tire wear. What causes this and what causes that based on the way the tires look. I'm going to look at tire wear. I'm going to look at the frame. And that's an easy thing to look at. Just get behind the truck. Of course, you want it to be running and fully aired up and all that good shit. But get behind the truck, walk behind it about 20 or 30 yards, turn around and look at the truck. Square behind it. And look at the frame and make sure the frame is perfectly even with the cab. Okay? If the frame, go against all my damn standards, hit my damn cruise control. I'm going downhill, so it's all right. You want to make sure that frame is perfect alignment, especially with the cab. Now, if you got the frame and it's doing like this, and you've got the cab that's doing like this, chances are you're looking at some frame damage. You're looking at a warped frame. Not necessarily, though. It could be bad leaf springs, shit like that. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure if your frame sits a little cocked like this, and the cab is doing this, it's doing the opposite, then you're looking at bad springs. Like I said, don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to go on my memory. But most trucks I've looked at, you know, all the frames are perfectly aligned with the cab. You want to make sure that that back of that frame is perfectly aligned, because I mean, warping a frame is easier than you think. If you back into a dock, we've all done it, and you back into a dock and the dock's going downhill and you're in there jack 45 degrees, the trailer's going this way, the truck's sitting like this, and you sit there for 30 minutes to an hour, congratulations, you just got a warped frame, because that trailer's taking that frame and pulling it down. So it's easy to get a warped frame. A lot of people don't know that. So always try to keep that truck perfectly flush. And if you got a dock or back into a dock like that, throw down that landing gear, get the weight off your tractor, drop the airbags and pull up, and recouple whenever you get done unloading. All right, then I'm looking at the frame. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get in the truck. I know this is pretty amateur, but I'm gonna look at the inside of the truck. I'm gonna make sure the truck's been taken care of. I mean, dude, I put 330,000 miles on this truck here, and I promise you, the insides look just as damn good as it did, you know, when I got the truck. In short, somebody that takes care of the interior of their truck usually has a higher standard. And people with a higher standard that takes good care of the inside of their truck is going to take care of the outside of the truck. So it's just, you know, it's just a personal, not personal, but it's an obligation of a personal commitment. Because how somebody does anything is how they do everything. If they skip on little shit like the interior, they're going to skip on big shit like the engine, the tire wear, the tranny, all that shit. They're not going to shift good. They're going to ram gears, get gears knocked, get their damn gears knocked out and shit. So how you do anything is how you do everything. If they skip on that inside, they're going to skip on the outside. So just be aware of that. That's amateur. That's just my own personal preference. But it means a lot. It goes a long way. Not necessarily 100% always the case. but it's a good rule of thumb to start with. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a RigDig. Yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but after all, if you dropping 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 on a truck, whether you financing it or you dropping cash, you know, a RigDig, just go to RigDig, D-I-G, RigDig.com, put in the numbers. It's kind of like a damn Carfax, or shit, what do they call that damn? Carfax, maybe? Shit, I can't even remember. Anyway, it's going to pull up all the information on that truck. I'm going to do a RigDig on it. Only if I'm serious about buying it. While I do that, at the same time, I won't tell the person, I said, if I'm looking at a Cummins, I'm going to want to take the truck to a shop, to a Cummins dealer. And I'm going to want to put it, if I can, I want to dyno it. I want to get the thing all checked out. I want to do a crankcase pressure test and see what kind of condition the engine's in. Because if crankcase pressure test comes back, you know, not so healthy, then you're looking at an end frame in the near future. I mean, maybe 100,000 miles, maybe 500,000 miles. But, you know, that's going to give you a pretty decent area of the condition of that engine. Crankcase pressure test, or you know, just take it to a Cummins dealership or a Cat dealership if you're looking at a Caterpillar or Detroit, or, you know, what have you. Just tell them, say, you know, I want to dyno this. I want y'all to check it out and make sure crankcase pressure test. I mean, I want the whole nine. You might spend a couple $100, but at the same time, like I said, I repeat, if you spending 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, you know, if you spend a couple $100 in researching this truck, at the end of the day, it's worth it. So do not skip that. Trust me, don't skip that. I mean, even if you take the truck and you don't have a dealership nearby and all that shit, and you want to get another little small area of clarification, take it to a speed coat. Give them $20. Tell them you want to do an oil analysis. Now, granted, it's a speed coat oil analysis, and it ain't, as they say, it's not as good as sending it off to a lab, but at the same time, it's going to give you a good indication of what you're looking at. So that's, in a nutshell, what I'd be doing looking at a truck. I don't care if the truck's got a 200,000-300,000 miles on it, or if a truck's got 1.8 million miles on it. That's the areas that I'm going to be looking at. Tire wear, frame, interior, and then get the truck to a shop, get it on dynoed and crankcase pressure test, oil analysis, and it's going to give you a good measure of the health of that truck. Only thing better than that is driving down the road. And I don't mean drive down the road to test drive. I mean put the truck to work, put a load under it, take it straight to a damn speed coat, do a full service on it, full service PM. And then from that moment, you want to see how far you can drive that truck before you got to add a gallon of oil in it. Because if you can drive a truck, shit, I just done mine last the other month, and I went right at 12,000 miles before I had to put a gallon of oil in it. That's a good indication. And that was summertime. Wintertime, depends on, as long as I got good, decent middle of the board to light loads, I can go 15,000 miles without putting the oil in it in the winter. Summertime, it varies from about 9.5 to about 12. Depends, like I said, depends on how hard I run. Most of the time I'm just taking it easy, but sometimes I'm putting it down and try to get on home and see how fast I can get home. So I mean, I run hard a little bit here and there, but you get a truck that goes 6, 7, 8,000 miles, and you need to put a gallon of oil in it since a service, I wouldn't be too worried about that. That's about normal, especially for a truck that's got some miles on it. But if you go 2,000 or 3,000 miles, and I'm not talking about adding no additives, no Lucas, none of that. I'm talking about 2,000 or 3,000 miles, and you got to add a gallon of oil in it, then you're looking at an end frame. You got some blow by issues. nothing to fret over as long as you're getting a good deal, because you can start putting, I wouldn't put Lucas in it, I put gear lube in it. Go to Walmart and get you standard gear lube. Drop a gallon of gear lube in it, and don't have the nasty additives and chemicals and stuff in it that your motor don't need in it. There's a lot of debate on that, but I'm one of those guys. Gear lube is what I use. So 2,000 or 3,000 miles, you got to add some oil. Just throw you an additive in it to try to slow it down and baby your truck. And no, you're about to do an end frame, so you might need 15, 20 grand. So the next 6 months, buckle down, save you money. Get ready to put that money back in your truck, and then it's happy trails after that. Anyway, guys, I'm already to the point where I'm just mumbling and rambling on, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the end. Hope this helps somebody. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion. I'm a truck driver, not a mechanic, and I got a lot of expertise, but it's only cut from my own experience. So anyway, to the next video. See you, peace, God bless. Hey, and I'm back just for a quick second. I might have to add this to the end of that other clip, but as soon as I've been sitting there thinking, there's a lot of shit I left out. Little shit, you know. What is blow by? I didn't know what blow by was till a couple years ago. I've been driving since 2000, so I'm gonna explain that, and a lot of little things I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna be looking at shocks. I'm gonna be looking at daggone brake chambers, little whatever you call them, damn brake pods. I'm gonna be looking at them brakes, cams, airbags. I'm gonna be looking at all that shit, because at the end of the day, that might be a potential expense that you're gonna have to spend to get that truck running right. Airlines. I mean, if you're looking at an old ass truck, chances are you're looking at some damn old brittle ass airlines. So that's something else to factor in there. You want to look at, make sure all that shit's, you know, it's in good condition, good health. But blow by, a lot of people don't understand what blow by is. And blow by is just, I guess you could say, my best analogy of it, and best understanding is basically the rings on the pistons get a little worn. They don't actually snug up against the sleeve as tight and snug as they used to. So when you got blow by, you got a little bit of oil going on the other side of that ring getting into the combustion chamber. Upon ignition of that combustion chamber, it's burning up the oil. So that's why somebody's like, man, I don't leak no oil, but yet I gotta add oil. Where the hell's that oil going? It's getting in your combustion chamber. It's exploding. It's going out your damn exhaust pipe. Another way to know about your blow by is oil analysis, and there's a little item on there. It's called oxidation. Oxidation just means fuel mixed with your oil, and likewise, a little bit of fuel in that combustion chamber is going on the other side of that piston ring and mixing it with your oil. So if you've got a high assumption of oxidation, good indication. I mean, indication. Hell, you got blow by, son. Now, depending on how bad it is, depends on how much oxidation you got. Also, how much oil do you burn? So, that in a nutshell, that's blow by. A lot of people, they don't understand that shit. I've explained it probably 20 times in the last 2 weeks, talking to people and shit about engines. But yeah. All right, I think that's it. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm gonna cut to the chase and get the hell on out of here. Maybe this is the last one. But I might make another video. I got another little deal. Got a couple more videos to make. People have been requesting shit on Facebook and YouTube and shit. Some friends want me to make personal videos. Just get the information out there to help somebody. But anyway, talk to you then. See you. Bye.